Hello, Holistic Chamber family. My name's Laura Goldstein. I'm the community liaison here. And today's Meet a Member, we have a wonderful guest here who's going to tell us how we can amp up our speaking. So I want to introduce Jill Lublin with 200 plus speaking engagements each year, a master publicity strategist and consultant and fourth-time best-selling author. Jill consistently wows audiences worldwide with her entertaining and interactive keynote seminars and training programs on publicity, networking, kindness, and influence marketing. So she's going to wow us today. So take it away, Jill.
Oh, thank you. I'm delighted to be here. And, listen, here's the deal. Number one, I'm a member, so I'm delighted to talk to all of you and a speaker and an author, right? And I understand this business of speaking, but also it's a business of publicity. So I want you thinking and creating what I like to call visibility building activities so that you get booked to speak more quickly and easily, and you have name recognition, or as I like to call it, the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. That I think is really important for all of you.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you can be the greatest speaker in the world, but if nobody knows about you, then you're not getting engaged, the opportunity to speak. So, all right. So share a little bit, maybe some tips or some strategies for people.
Absolutely. The first thing, one of my favorite visibility building activities is this, and this is all related to publicity. Okay. So, what I would recommend you do is put your name into Google Alerts. Because, one time I was speaking at a big convention in Tennessee, Nashville, and I didn't realize that they had done all this publicity. And all of a sudden, my name starts popping up because they had done publicity. So you always want to know when your name is popping up. And related to that, you also want to put, like, what's the one thing you speak about? Let's say it's leadership. In my case, it's publicity or kindness or referrals, right? You put that word into Google Alerts. And what'll be wonderful is it's going to help you search and be searched for. It also supports you to know what are people talking about with regard to, let's say, leadership, right? And I think that's an important thing because what's great about that is then you can find reporters who are connected to that topic, who's writing about what, and it kind of fills you in. So I love that one.
Some people may not know like Google Alerts though. Can you just like tell us briefly what that is?
Well, what you do is go to Google, and there is a place where you can sign up. It's free for what's called Google Alerts. So what happens is whatever you sign up for, what's super great is it's sending you alerts for when they write about leadership. Let's take that one. And let's say you speak on leadership, you want to know what's the media talking about with regard to leadership. Right. And so I think that that's really a key and will support all of you to get more of that visibility building. And so, again, you put your name in as well as the one topic, just one that you speak about. You don't want so many because you're going to get a lot of Google alerts. That can be a bit overwhelming. So I think those two things will make a big difference.
Okay, so it's a way to see like what the trending topics are, because if you are infusing that into what you're speaking about, then because it's trending, people are going to be like, oh, this person's talking about that too.
Exactly. And not
Got it.
only that, but here's the super cool thing. You're going to know who's talking about it and in what kind of forums, right? And I think that's really important because you want to know like what's going on. And I think that's very helpful. And you also want to know when anything's being said about you. I'll tell you, there was a big story that happened, and I got called by an ABC TV producer in Dallas. And to be honest, I was teaching my virtual publicity course and I hadn't seen the story. And so I did guess what? A Google search, found the story, got online, did this wonderful ABC TV in Dallas interview. And then you know what? I couldn't find it because I don't live in Dallas, right? It was all on Zoom. That's also what's so great about media now is everything's on Zoom. Because I'm in Google Alerts, the next day, my name popped up, right, on ABC TV Dallas. Now, then I have something I can use. You can put it on your website. You can leverage it and show your clients and brag about it, because third-party endorsement, which is what publicity is so valuable, because other people are talking about you, other people are featuring you. And boy, meeting planners love that. People who are booking love that. And it's a big leverage point, because what happens is it puts you up above the others who are being considered.
Okay.
Because you know what? They're talking about you, the media.
Right, right. How can you get like the media looking at you? I mean, you talked about like Google alerts and, creating speaking topics that are trending. But how do you get like more people actually looking at you, like coming to your website, seeing what you're speaking about?
You do every media you can. I mean, really, I mean, podcasts, right? I mean, visibility building activities like the Holistic Chamber and getting known and being seen. And you ask people, hey, do you know who has podcasts? It's a momentum thing. I want you to think about it like building a snowman. I'm from Michigan, I can say that. And you're creating more and more momentum, and that's what publicity does. And it is kind of like a snowball effect, right? Because one talks about you and the other talks about you. And one thing about media is they like to see that you've been featured in other media, which is why you're going to have a media page on your site, and that the media can quickly go there, get your videos, get your photos, get a bio, and any other media, you're going to start listing it, link to it, so that you're just like piling on, really, as much media as you can, because that, well, makes you look great and builds your reputation, your credibility, your visibility, your trust factor in the marketplace. All of that is so key. And the more they see you, the more they love you, just saying. Meaning they'll want to book you. They'll go, oh, Lord must be good. She's been seen and heard, right, on. And so I like that you put your name and it says seen and heard, or the media loves Jill Lublin. And then you put radio, TV, podcast, blogs, right? And other places where you've been featured, and you just start breaking it down, so that consistency factor and the wow factor keeps building. The truth is, they're not going to go to every link. Okay. Media will not go to every link, but they're going to take a look at your website. They're going to make sure you're real, you're who you say you are, that you've got some backup, meaning that media excitement, right? And so a great way to just get started is podcasts, and get your message down and be authentic and be resonant to a message. Here's what I've seen in working with many holistic practitioners and in this kind of business for many years, is sometimes it's well, what would I call it? A confidence factor, right? And what I know is when your message gets right, meaning it's here, it's in your mind, body, heart, and spirit. You can say it authentically no matter what, right? I don't care what happened that day, whether you were late, whether you just flew in from Vegas last night, which was what happened with me, right? You can say your message no matter what, and no matter how you feel. That's really important, because media, like all of a sudden an opportunity will pop up, and I want you, here's the sign. I want you to just say yes, no matter what the media asks you. Okay, just say yes, because now you got me in your front pocket. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what's the best message. But the point is to be always ready. And what I know is when you have a message that works and that's authentic and that's all the things we talk about, guess what? You can say it anytime, anywhere, no matter what's going on, right? And that's powerful. And the truth is, most media interviews are very short. You got to get in there, do a great job, and get out, right? And be the shining star. Where's my star? I got a star too. Be the shining star that you are meant to be, because publicity gives you contribution and impact and influence. And it's the simplest way to reach so many people, and to magnetize, to monetize, and to multiply your effect. It's very powerful.
It seems like back in the day, before like technology, we would have to like put our stuff out, like send it to the media, like, hey, look at this. So what it sounds like you're saying is now, because we're so available online, that media will just find you on your website when you have enough content, and people then are reaching out to you versus you having to, go scrapping and contacting people.
Yeah, well, it's both. It's
Mhm.
both. The truth is, if they need someone, they will look for, expert in, et cetera, and Google your name. And that has happened many a times to many of my clients. And then there's creating your own luck, right? And creating a PR focus so that more and more people consistently hear your name. And that is powerful too. It really works. And it's a great thing to do in the marketplace.
Mhm. I'm guessing you work with both ends of the spectrum here, because you're going to have your people who are just starting their speaking journey. And it's like, how do I get this set up? How do I get started? But then you'll have your people who do have speaking experience, but yet they're like, I want more. So is the process kind of the same for both? Or are you talking about like two different strategies?
No, it's actually very similar no matter where you're at in your business. I think the most important part is that you do publicity consistently, because if you want to speak more, people need to hear about you, know your name. When they do that Google search, things need to come up, articles you've written, places you've been interviewed. I don't care if they're small podcasts, big podcasts, local media, which believe me, I believe a lot in local media. So definitely work your local media, meaning where you live, your ABC, NBC, CBS, radio, TV, Fox News, CBC, whatever, wherever you live. I want you to work that market, because I think it's important to be a star in your own backyard. And what's super cool about that is then that multiplication factor, right? And so here's the reality: no matter whether you're starting or already, shall we say, out there, and you just keep going, right? Because publicity is like, think of it not like a Volkswagen, stop, start, stop, start. You got to keep it going. You don't have to do it every, week. I mean, you send out maybe a press release every quarter, but I want you to keep your antennas up and see where you can fit in to publicity. Because one last tip I want to leave you with is use everything you've got, right? Everything you've got. So a lot of people are holistic, or, a big trending topic now is anxiety and levels of stress. I'm betting a lot of people watching and listening to this are experts in stress and anxiety and all the things we've been dealing with coming through the pandemic, right? Mental health issues, lots of big issues are up. And what I've seen in my research with hot topics is you watching here in the holistic chamber community have skills and talent that the media needs to help the people and what people are going through. So watch for that. And that's the other cool thing about Google Alerts, is that you'll see those trending topics. So I want you to keep your PR antennas up and watch for trending topics that are focused for you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Such great tips. It's amazing how time flies, trying to squish as much as we can into 15 minutes. But the reality is that there's probably a lot more to this. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you, to inquire about working with you, where can they go? What do they do?
Absolutely. I got two things for you. One, JillLublin.com. See my name there? JillLublin.com/schedule. Let's talk. That's the way to do that. Simple and easy. And I have a free gift for all of you. And that's an opportunity to be in my free publicity masterclass. So if you like this, I got more cool tips for you. It's live with me. You can ask me questions. And please go to publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift. And hopefully those will be all in the show notes. Publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift and JillLublin.com/schedule. And we can connect and chat, because my friends, you are messengers and your message matters.
Awesome. Tell me one more time. I'm putting these links in here. publicitycrashcourse.com/
Free gift.
free
All
gift.
one link.
All right. I got the publicitycrashcourse.com free gift. I also got your main website in there. Any other link you want me to put in before we go?
Did you put the schedule link in jilllublin.com/schedule? And that's an opportunity for you all to talk to me and connect to me. And I'd love to connect to you. You keep your work out there, get that influence and impact you deserve, and make that contribution you came here to do.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jill. We appreciate you and what you do.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day, everybody.